Let's
Hi
talk.
everybody, how y'all
Breadcrumbing.
doing out there today? Welcome to Let's Talk. Newcomers, oldcomers, it's good to see you all back on here today. Happy Tuesday. Must I say, honestly, out of all the days I've had to work, this is one of the coldest. I'm talking about as soon as I stepped out into the cold, it knocked the tears out of my eyes. Okay? But today's hot topic is breadcrumbing, okay? I am here to spread awareness throughout the whole nation. Breadcrumbing. Let's talk about it. So, breadcrumbing is a manipulative act of giving someone just enough attention to keep them interested. Someone that is giving you just enough attention to keep you interested without ever committing to you. To be aware is to be alive. It can happen to a person online. It can just happen through communication. It can happen to you met the guy. Y'all thought you guys were going to hit it off. You met the female. You thought you guys were hitting it off. But they begin to start on their journey of breadcrumbing you. Giving you just enough attention to gain from you. To continue to gain off of you. Be mindful of people that's out here breadcrumbing. It's 2025. We gotta wake up. Do not be usable. Do not be usable. Stand for something or fall for anything. We gotta stand on our beliefs. If you can recognize something, if you can identify something, then take action on it. No, you're not gonna keep calling me only when you need something. Breadcrumbing blocked. I need y'all on this year to start hitting the block button, okay? Start hitting the block button. Don't call me if you only need something. And even if you pretending to check on me, you pretending to care about me, do not end a conversation every day with "can you give me?" Because if I shared my time with you, then that should be enough. People out here, y'all, are really pretenders. They pretend to like you. They pretend to care about you. They pretend to be even interested in you. They breadcrumbing you. It's okay. It is okay. Don't worry, you guys. I'm going to share the stories with you guys of the few times that I've been breadcrumbed. I'm not too proud to get on here and speak my truth. I know a lot of people sometimes think like she just don't care, The point of me sharing with you guys is so you guys can grow. So you guys can identify it. So when it's happening to you, you can recognize it and cut it off. I want everybody to grow from Let's Talk, not stay in the same place. This is why I come on here and I'm always honest and I stand in my truth. Yes, I have been breadcrumbed several times. Sometimes I knew I was being breadcrumbed and I chose to stay in the situation, and other times I did not recognize it at all. But I'm going to share both of those times with you guys after I continue to break it down to you in the simplest form. How to identify breadcrumbing and what breadcrumbing looks like. A person that's flirting repeatedly with you, but never asking you to go out with them. Never making a real commitment with you. Keeping you just that on the phone. He never took you out to eat. Y'all never went skating. Y'all never went bowling. He never met your family. You never met his family. He's just stringing you along enough to keep you on a string. And at the end of the day, you're giving more than you're receiving, if you're receiving anything at all, besides a tiny conversation. Sometimes they send messages just to keep you stringing along. Good morning, beautiful. Hi. How your day going? Never responded back to you for hours. Only doing their daily little job, baby. Their daily job, baby. They done went down the list. Y'all think I'm lying? I saw these things with my own 2 eyes. They go down the list. 10 to 15 women, 10 to 15 men get a good morning queen every day. You're not special. Every day, I believe they forward the message and just click on the numbers that they want to send it to. That's a form of breadcrumbing, giving you just a little to keep you on a leash, to keep you on a string, to keep you attached to them, to continue to draw from your energy. And they feel when you slipping away, because you ain't texting days, you ain't called in days, you ain't tried to reach out, you just done. You just over it. You just not giving it energy. Then here they come with a storyline. I'm sorry, my phone, I needed to get a new charger. Everybody know our phone is our secondary lifeline. We ain't seen our phone in 2-3 minutes, we panicking. Hold on, where my phone at? Like, let's be for real. If a person cannot go get a charger, then what's wrong with them? If they gotta go steal a charger, baby, trust and believe they're gonna go steal a charger. We gotta stop falling for it. The lies. Oh no, girl, he having a charger. That's the weakest story in history, baby. You didn't have a charger? Your mama ain't got a phone? Your sister ain't got a phone? Your brother ain't got a phone? Baby, you couldn't use the neighbor charger? But best believe they're going to go call and connect with who they want to go call and connect with. They make vague promises to you. Like, we should catch up. We should go out. Never catch up with you. Never go out with you. Some of them only want to see you after everything else in their day has been done. So only at midnight you can make time for me? It's the whole new day. I'm really ready to go crawl in my bed. So what were you doing the rest of the 24 hours in this day that you couldn't make time for me? So you was that busy? No. Some of them don't even find us, to be the person they want to be seen out publicly with. And it's really not us. It's really not us. It's their own insecurities. It's the battles that they fight mentally and physically within themselves. Do you guys know that people literally get a kick off of hurting people? It boosts their ego. It makes them feel more of a woman, more of a man, to put others down and hurt them. I seen people hurt my feelings before, y'all, and literally after they think that I was hurt, think that I was crying, I saw them laugh to themselves. Like, job well done is how they felt. This is why self-love is very important. This is why we got to pay attention to the red flags. This is why we can no longer allow ourselves to be walked over, to be stepped on. We not nobody's doormat. This is why God is saying, love me first, and I'm going to make you full. Because when God fills you up on his love, you never feel empty. I'm a living witness. I don't care who don't call 331. I ain't going to put the rest of the number, but I don't care who call it. I don't. Because I'm full off the love of God, and I learned to love myself enough to say enough is enough. I love myself enough to be thankful that God opened my eyes. Like, man, you noticed this person was doing that, but you was liking this person so much. You kept pouring and you kept pouring and you kept pouring. All while leaving your cup empty to make another person's cup full. And in return, could you turn to that person and even ask them for lunch money? Would they be there for you if you needed it? I even had a person in my life, y'all, that after we split up would literally just try to call me on paydays his paydays. You need lunch, you need anything. He wanted to send that little $20, $40. So when my payday came around, he know that he was already going to be broke. So all he was going to do was re-ask for that same little $20, $40 back. Excuse me, that's confirmation. I done burped out of nowhere. I cannot make this up. Oh, but because your check is gone in 2 days, you want to make sure that you basically gave me that little $20, $30. So when Friday rolls around or Saturday rolls around, you know for sure you got that little $20, $30. I'm not the bank. Why do I got to keep your money safe for a couple of days? It is not like you giving anything to me. It's terrible to even keep the connection because the connection is toxic. Y'all don't understand how much blocking a person is needed. We got to break the connection because as long as they have a connection to us, they're able to spiritually continue to attack us. You might open a message, you don't even understand it, but they do. Half of them done sold out working for the elite. Sending spiritual attacks through the phone. Then you invite the person somewhere. The person that's breadcrumbing you, invite them somewhere. Oh, that sounds fun. When you going? Making sure that before you can even invite them, that they giving you the heads up that they don't even want to come. But you keep overlooking it because they going to come up with an excuse. Oh, I got to get my kids. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do that. And don't get it twisted. They not so distant. They know when you're really, really pulling back your energy, when you really to the point that you're done giving, they're going to come rushing in. They're going to go out with you. They're going to chill with you. They're going to have an amazing day with you. Y'all going to have a good time, baby. They done put their best outfit on. They done put their best outfit on. See, this is why I stopped posting my every moves. I don't want nobody popping up where I'm at now. We matching, and we only matching because you watching my page. We not really spiritually connected, but you acting like we is. We just coincidentally keep wearing the same color. That's why I don't post no more. And I don't see nobody matching with me no more. I stopped posting my business. I go out, have a good time. I go out, enjoy myself. I take my kids out peacefully. And once I make it back home, safely, securely, unnoticed, how I like it, then I post all the pictures of all the fun that I had. After they have a good time with you, they disappear again. They disappear again. They go ghost again. They're breadcrumbing you. Just spending enough time with you to keep you hooked on them. But see, baby, Aisha is not delusional, okay? The 2024 person that I used to be early in 2024, I'm no longer that person. I'm not finna add extra onto something that is not there. I am not finna create a false sense of security. No, if you're not that for me and you cannot show up for me, and if you cannot reciprocate the same energy that I am giving you, the same love and support that I am giving towards you, then I ain't creeping out the back door, baby. I'm going out the front door. I can't do this. I can't do it. No, I don't want to just see you on one day out the week. What happened to the other 6 days? What happened to the other 6 days? Ain't nobody that busy. Y'all better wake up. Y'all hearing this from a woman who used to be married. Ain't nobody that busy. Who, what, when, where, and why? The reason people breadcrumb you, it's several different reasons. Okay? I'm waking my people up on this year. It's several different reasons that they breadcrumb us. I've been breadcrumbed before. I'm not going to lie to nobody. Am I proud about it? No. Have I grew from it? Yes. And in every lesson, there's a blessing. What is an X? An example of what you never should deal with again. An example. You learned the lesson, move forward in your life. We cannot go backwards to our exes. If it didn't work out, it could be for your protection. You don't know what God is protecting you from. I treat him so good. I treat her so good. Why he or she keep doing me this way? You never know if that's God protecting you. Because God hear and see things that we do not. You pick the side, you stay over there. Oh, you chose the karmic side. You chose to go up against me. You chose to backdoor me. You chose to stab me in the back with a bunch of nobodies who was jealous of me. You joined the wrong team, and then you think you gonna spin a block? I think not. Who else woke on this year? I'm not finna pretend to be sleep for nobody. Let these people that pick a side, let them deal with their poison. Because one thing about karma, she does not miss. And they cannot stop her from coming when she comes. Everything that a person does to you, they have to pay up. Especially when you are 100% innocent. You ain't never done no wrong to these people. And they chose because they saw your lights, because they hate that you're outspoken, because they hate that you're beautiful, because they hate anytime you walk in a room, your spirit demands attention. Something their entire life that they can't even get. Have on the nicest clothes, but ain't nobody paying attention to them. Their spirit just give off the wrong thing. It's not your fault. And they don't give nobody a right to pull it with you. One thing they can't do is hide from God. Some people just jealous of your relationship with God. How come God speaking to her? How come God blessing him? How come God got his hands over her? Why my life not blessed? Start looking in the mirror. Start asking yourself, what about my spirit can I clean up? What about me do I need to fix? Who do I owe an apology to? Some people holding up their future. Some people holding up their abundance because they are not being truthful to the people that they hurt. You can't give nobody a half of an apology. You can't tell nobody a little bit of what happened. You need to confess what you did wrong. That person deserves to know how you betrayed them. And then if that person chooses to forgive you, which would be the best thing, everybody should always have forgiveness. I don't care how dirty a person did you. Always forgive them so you won't have to repeat this cycle called life again. Forgive them, but that doesn't mean you got to continue to deal with them. Look, I forgive you. Even give them a hug. But this is it. This is the end of the road for us. I forgive you. It is forgiveness. But I refuse to let you be a wolf in sheep clothing and be back up under me. I had to realize that it's okay to forgive them and let them go out of love. Family members, friends, everybody that done wronged you in any type of way. I loved my siblings deeply, baby. I would give them the shirt off my back. But after what they put this summer with me, I love them from a distance. I love them enough to wish them well. Because I know in my heart, the God I serve is a big God, baby. He's a big God. And he'll be coming around the mountain when he come, baby. You ain't hear him about Mount Sinai, baby? He'll be coming on the clouds when he come. He don't play about me or none of his kids. So I know God gonna get you, so why hold a grudge for you? Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I'm gonna let God do what God do and go before me. So let's talk about it, y'all. Because ain't that what they gonna do anyways? Let them talk. Let them talk. I saw saw a few people like, yay, TikTok shut down. Now y'all could go back to being nobodies. They be mad because we got a voice on TikTok, y'all. Them devils be mad. Boop, TikTok back. A lot of them showed their hand, baby. I believe God took it down one day so we could see the demons that's hating on us. I saw so many statuses. Now people could go back to being normal. To nobodies. We'll never be nobodies. I'll never be a nobody, baby. I'm a ruler. I'm a healer. I'm a teacher. I'm a God. Anybody that comes within my presence or around me, forever going to be blessed. I'll never be a nobody. I'm not doing this for clout. I'm not doing this for fame. I'm doing this to change and save lives. I'm spreading awareness because awareness needs to be spread. I'm speaking the truth because a lot of people are unaware and do not have access to this information. But let's talk about it, y'all. A lot of women and men, they breadcrumb you because they want to seek attention. Reality is they have a lot of insecurities that they have not dealt with. And this is a form of how they project their insecurities onto you. Constantly belittling you, constantly blaming you, constantly want to make you feel that you're not enough, all because they feel like they're not enough on the inside. That's a form of abuse. That's a form of a narcissist. Okay? They want dominance. They want power over you. I can give this person a little without never really committing, and they still gonna talk to me. Baby, I ain't waiting on nobody but God. You understand me? God sent a righteous, holy man on my path. I'm not waiting for nobody that's non-committal. You ain't had nothing to offer me. You think I'm not going to be with this real king when God sent him on my path? This man that's ordained and touched by God? They set themselves up, believing that you really waiting on them. At the end of the day, you're settling. So you got to stop settling in the same token. I feel like a lot of people that allow people to breadcrumb them be trauma bonding. I know a lot of people that I allowed to breadcrumb me, I was trauma bonding. I will honestly say I was going through my divorce. A lot of people, I just needed their company. I was hurting, so I was trauma bonding. At least I can go outside with this person, get us a little drink, maybe get us a little food, whatever they want to do, go downtown, maybe play fuss to do this and that. They do just enough, give me a little gas. Okay, I don't even be needing that gas for real, but I let them do just a little, okay? I was allowing that because I was trauma bonding with certain people. And they use that situation to breadcrumb me. People will see that you are down and kick you down even more. Y'all don't make the same mistake that I did. Don't make the same mistakes that I did. How we got to respond to this? How can we heal ourselves from this? Set boundaries and stand on them. Set your boundaries and stick to them. I'm not tolerating this. What does this benefit me? We got to start asking ourselves who, what, when, where, and why. What is me giving this person $50 going to add to me? Is this person going to give it to me if I need it from them? What is me driving 4 hours to see a person who ain't going to never drive and got a vehicle and come see me? No. What am I gaining from this? Am I that lonely I cannot turn to? Is the people that God already blessed me with not enough? We got to start asking ourselves these questions. Now before I exit my house, now before I step out my door, I ask myself, is it worth it? Anybody right now in 2025 that I'm giving my time to, trust and believe I'm crossing my T's and dotting my I's before I make that move to go see anybody. I'm not playing about me anymore. I need y'all that's watching this on today. We're not playing about us anymore. We're not. Life is too short. We got to start communicating our wants. We got to communicate our needs. We got to speak up when it comes to us. What do I mean by this? Look, I'm looking for a relationship. I'm looking to date. I'm looking for a guy who takes me out. I'm looking for somebody that's going to be there when I need them. If you ask me for something, will I be able to ask you for something in return? And if the answer is no, I'm sorry, you're not the one for me. We got to start communicating this through the door. Through the door. Trust and believe when you change your life, when you start on your new path, when you start setting boundaries, people are going to come test you just to see if you still stupid. But at the end of the day, if you do have boundaries, but at the end of the day, you still trying to show that person love and they still trying to get over on you, they're still going to have to pay that karma. They are still creating a karmic debt that they're going to have to pay. That they are going to have to pay. Excuse me, y'all. But just if you start to recognize it again, be like, look, I learned my lesson from that. Detach yourself from it. It's okay. We go through things to learn from them. We're going to bump our head. It's going to come across your path because God and your ancestors and the universe want to see, have you learned from the last mistake? Have you learned from the last person? Have you really raised your vibration? It's taken me a lot to get to where I am now. It has taken me a lot to get to where I am now. It was not easy. Even after going through the trials and the tribulations, even after raising my vibration, I was tested. And sometimes I failed the test. Sometimes I second guessed it even when I saw it right in my face. It's not going to be easy. But I promise you guys that prayer will get you through it. Prayer is my biggest go-to because if I don't understand something, if I'm not seeing something clearly, if I'm second guessing it, if I'm confused about it, I'm going to God about it. God say he'll never leave nor forsake us. Sometimes it can make people feel emotionally drained, and it can make you question your worth when you are being breadcrumbed. It is emotionally draining. Firsthand. Some days I go home from around people and I sleep a couple of days after and I'm like, you know what? Let me call back my energy because this is not my energy. But lately I've been recognizing, you know what? I'm just emotionally drained because there's no real offer there. There's no real purpose there. So once I identify it, I got to call back my energy. I got to recognize that even though I may not have given anything financially, I gave my time. And maybe that my body and my spirit is drained because I wasted my time, okay? Because when I put my energy towards something positive, I don't feel drained after it. When something builds me up or lifts me up, my energy is not gone. Because I pour into me. When you're pouring into you, you're not going to feel drained. You're not going to be tired. You're not going to feel depressed. You're not going to feel like you're under an attack. Because you pouring into you. And you know the best thing to bet on in a lifetime is you. I'm going to bet on me before I bet on anybody. I ain't betting on that Bulls game. I ain't betting on the Sox. I ain't gambling my money at the casino. Let me put something into me first. Let me invest in me first. What you need, Aisha? Oh, you gonna get your broadcasting equipment? Okay, that's a good idea. Oh, you want your hair done? You want to get your nails and toes done? Okay, let me make sure I go do that for me. And my energy is always at its peak when I'm pouring into me. Oh, what's wrong? I didn't read today. Let me go ahead and read because when I read, I feel better. Let me go ahead and meditate because when I meditate, I feel better. Oh, and the top of them all, let me talk to God and let me go talk to the people on Let's Talk. Because this is something I do easily and freely. Amen. This is something I do easily and freely. It makes me happy knowing that I shared some information, some knowledge with my people. When people breadcrumb you, it make you feel hopeful. But then you start to feel confused and hurt. When the confusion and the hurt part starts to come in, that's when you know it's time. Confusion is of the devil. Communicate. Look, this is what I'm looking for. If you cannot be this person for me, if you're not on the same page with me, this is the last time I'll be speaking to you. Because I don't want to be usable anymore. I'm letting people know through the door, look, I'm not usable. If I offer, that's different. If you in need and I really mess with you, then I got you. But at this point, I learned we got to have standards and we got to stand on our standards. We have to stand on our standards. I'm literally telling y'all, outside of my children, it's only one person that could really call me and be like, look, I need you. This went on. This went on. Every story is not a sob story. We go through things. When a person can admit to me, look, I've been trying, but this ain't been working out for me, and I've been going through this, and I ain't really been having nobody to have my back, and, you know, I need to see if you would look out for me. Just because that person kept it real, I'll look out. It's only one person outside of my children, I promise you guys. And unless it's a person that's poor and really needy and God laid it on my heart to bless them, I refuse to be breadcrumbed. I refuse to be usable. I refuse to lower my standards. But I'm going to tell y'all one thing. Once a person keeps showing me like they're not going to commit to me, they're not going to, you know, even be on my page, I'm not about to be constantly pouring into a cup that's leaving mine empty. Sometimes I have to be real within myself. If a person tell me, look, I just look at you like you cool. I just look at you like a sister, you know. I'm not really to the level of what you feel. My feelings don't match yours. Sometimes we got to respect that. It hurts. But at times we have to respect that. I got a lot of people that's forcing the issue, constantly texting me, I miss you, what you doing? I'm not responding because I already told you I'm not interested. You're not going to force me to be interested. You're not going to force me to be connected to you in no type of way. I'm not doing that this year. I already told you I'm still healing, working on me. And it was only one person that I was willing to come out of that for and be with. I've already told you this. So why are you keep coming towards me like you're going to force yourself to be with me? I set my standards higher, you guys, and I can honestly say I feel better as a person. Now, I'm going to share this last thing with you guys, an example of a time that I was breadcrumbed, and I'm going to leave this for you all on today. Once again, happy Tuesday. You guys stay blessed, stay prayed up, stay unique. Stay unique and stay true to who you are, because that's all that matters. I don't care if they never say, hey, come on, let's talk on the billboards. I put let's talk on the billboards. I stepped when it came to this platform. I constantly post. I never give up. Whether I get 2 or 3 views, I'm on my job daily. I put a set period. I'm going to make 3 posts a week, 3 videos a week, 3 messages a week. I'm going to honor the Sabbath day. I'm going to spend time with my children. These days I'm going to read. I got a schedule. And if it don't fit nobody else's plan, that's on them. But a time that I was breadcrumbed, you all, let's talk about it. So it was this guy that through the separation, because I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Through the separation I was going through a divorce, it was this guy that I was talking to, dealing with, and we ended up getting in a car accident. We was talking, we was going on dates, we was spending time together. He was very much aware that I was going through a divorce, I was going through separation. Down the line, he ended up telling me he had a baby mother. but he kept promising to leave her and be with me. At this time, I was not saved, y'all. I was not. I was ready to go in another karmic cycle because that's all that was. That was not a real promise. Anytime a man leave another woman to come be with you and ain't did no healing, that's nothing but another karmic cycle. Anyways, we ended up getting in a car accident. My brand new all-white Audi truck. I'm talking about our Dane that had just got it. I knew this was a sign from the universe. You doing wrong. Wait till that divorce over. Don't be dealing with that man. But I wasn't healed. I wasn't. I was just like, I got me some. He think he left me, or he think he doing something. I got me some too. That's how I was thinking, because I was not healed and I was not trying to do no healing. I was not. I was not the person that I am today, y'all. I would tell y'all the honest to God truth. Okay, me and this man, Bond, was like on fire. We kicking it, we singing, we having a good time. He say he never been here, he never been there. We going those places. Red Lobster, baby, Red Lobster. He say he had never been to Red Lobster, y'all. So I'm thinking in my mind, what? Okay, what? I took my man to Roof Chris, Steak 48, all type of high class places where I'm at least paying $200, $300, $400 for the bill. So when this man told me he had never been to Red Lobster, I'm like, this stuff I was going to at 7. Like, I cannot make this up. Okay, I always been a fancy little girl coming up. So my first mom like, Red Lobster. I was young. I'm like, yes, I want unlimited everything. And she took me. So when he said he had never been to Red Lobster, I found this as I surprised him. So after we had been in the accident, the Lord letting me know you in this accident because you know you're doing wrong. Don't talk to nobody. Don't put yourself back in that cycle. So now my new truck done got smashed up. Y'all think I cared? No, I kept seeing the man. He kept seeing me. So we going out to eat. Now after the accident, we got hurt a little bit. Like, my shoulder is still messed up to this day. And I don't know if I was knocked unconscious, but either way it go, we ended up being okay. We ended up having to go to therapy. So we used to go to therapy, then we used to go out to eat, then we used to go do all type of stuff. I started spending nights, like I started just being head over heels. Blinded, y'all. Because what? He was giving me gas. He was buying my little twos and fruits that I was asking for. I'm failing to realize that I'm being breadcrumbed because I'm trauma bonding. My father ended up, being in a coma. So I got this evil husband back at home. That's why your daddy was this, and that's why your daddy died. Like, really saying some hurtful things to me. So this man became my outlet. I'm over there crying to him and really hurting. He acted like he's really there for me. So I was blinded by the breadcrumbing. We at the expensivest hotels. I'm talking about nice. Just in there for days. He done disappeared. The baby mama blowing up his phone, y'all. It's not funny, y'all, because I was wrong. It's not funny. I was wrong, but at the end of the day, I didn't know her, so I didn't owe her no loyalty. He didn't know him, so he didn't owe him no loyalty. We both owed the loyalty to our partners, but in my situation, my husband had broke our vows. He had, the baby mama was calling my phone. It was my baby daddy before it was your husband. Like, even though I was being hurt in that way, I didn't have a right to go hurt the next person. I didn't, because I should have thought about it once that man told me his truth and said he had a baby mama. I should have fell back and cut it off, but I didn't, because he kept promising that he was going to leave her. So let me tell y'all, through all of this stuff, he was about little things that I was asking for. Little roses that was glass, little teddy bears, little money that I asked for. But at the end of the day, I was investing more. I was coming out my way like 2.5 hours to pick this man up. Like, and he literally lived right around me, but he would go 2.5 hours to see the baby mama on weekends. And he would text me all weekend about how miserable he was and how she just not me. Like, I know my personality is hard to come by. But I will honestly say it. I apologize to her. I never meant to hurt her. I never meant no wrong. I was coming from a place of hurt. Once he told me that he was involved with somebody, I should have cut it off. So did I deserve to be breadcrumbed in that situation? Yes, I did. That was a form of my karma, because God wanted to see, was I going to be stupid enough to be in another karmic cycle, or was I going to let that husband go do the healing and stop allowing people around me? Was I going to stop being usable? Was I even going to notice that I was being used? Long story short, after the therapy, you guys, the man blocked me because his baby mama told him to. Never heard from him for months and months and months. Then when stuff hit the fan, he reached back out to me. Imagine, y'all, this money had been held up for a long time. God was not even going to let neither one of us get a hold to it. Just so happened, the lawyer, since he couldn't find him, I was going to get everything in the case. Oh, baby, but I let the devil slide back in. He ended up finding me because he started living around my mother's house. Ended up finding me, reconnecting with me. He ended up being actually out of the relationship with the baby mama. So now we had a fresh slate to be together. But all while, guess what he was doing to me? Still chasing the baby mama. Still, now she back calling my phone. Now she back acting crazy. We ain't together, but I could take him at any time. I don't want that, baby. I found the courage to say, you know what? I don't want this anymore. I don't want to go through this cycle anymore. But long story short, me being me, should have never told him the lawyer information because I was about to get everything, which I deserved after all the drama and all the long days of these people gang stalking me, ganging up on the phone while I'm at work, just trying to argue with me for hours out of my day. I should have been paid for as much time as I spent dealing with the toxicness. Long story short, the man got the money. He was nice. His money was gone in 2 weeks. He's saying that I had a larger portion, of course, because I was the driver and I was more hurt. He kept trying to borrow, penny pinch me. Let me get $130. I'm going to pay you back. Never paid me back. He even went so far, y'all, to make a fake account of Cash App. Fake rob himself off Cash App. Oh, my God, somebody just stole the money. And me being me, sent him another $130. Oh, my God, I'm so sorry that happened to you. What you going to do? Now you're going to be stranded. Played me, used me, played me. That's what I get. Sometimes we got to tell ourselves this is what we get for being stupid. But after all that, that was it. That was it for me. Because out of nowhere, he came to spend time with me and he got weird. He applied for a job close by my house and he got weird. Just out of nowhere, I gotta go. Passing my stuff through the window, so I'm knowing. The baby mama must call, must have found out he got a job, must have just got on him, go home, you need to be at home for work tomorrow. Now she wanna be, he couldn't see that she was only using him for money. If he had no job, she kicked him to the streets. I'm talking about left him out in the cold. Left him out in the cold. He didn't want to be built up. He didn't want nothing out of life. Still in his mind to this day, y'all. He's trying to get his life together, believing that she's going to take him back, all while dealing with as many men as she want to deal with. All while dealing with as many men as she want to deal with. I'm talking about he done crashed his whole car running from her new boyfriend. I want to say, thank God that I finally woke up on 2024. Thank God that I got the call and I answered. Thank God that I raised my vibration and I stopped letting people breadcrumb me, because that was it. That was the icing on the cake for me. Not from how he treated me, but because how I no longer wanted to be treated. What I no longer wanted to accept. What I stopped turning a blind eye to. If you got to rob yourself just to get more money out of me when you could have just asked, that is sad. That is sad. People will go that far to breadcrumb you. He stayed in the loop long enough to get that accident money. He stayed in the loop long enough to see how long mine was going to last. And then put the same thing. Barely answering. Barely being in contact. And she called and blowing me up, so I know he wasn't with her. He was off to his next victim. To be aware is to be alive. I'm not embarrassed. I'll tell this story around the whole world if I had to. I'm not. It happens. I had to be grown very young. So I'm not going to lie. I feel like I aged backwards. I left my foster mother's house at 15 years old with a baby. My son is about to be 19. I'm 34. He's half of my age. I left her house at a very young age, and I never looked back. But one time, when I was 18, I came and stayed a few months. That was it, and went right back out on my own. I stopped getting Christmas at 15, 16 years old. I was paying bills. I was having a child. I had to be grown at a very young age. I wasn't clubbing. I wasn't in all the parties. No, I was too busy already being a woman, a mother, a cook, a chef, working, young. I had to grow up at a young age because of the decision I made to keep my baby. And when anybody said something that I didn't agree with or that I felt like was an attack, because I felt out of place, because I had some inner healing to do, because I was a hurt child. When your parents don't want you, when you've been through so many foster homes, your chakras become blocked. You start to vibrate low. You think everybody is attacking you, when really it's just you're holding on to pain that you feel for another individual. A conversation was needed with my biological mother and my biological father that I had later on in life. So by the time my kids became 12, 13, and then I started having freedom and being able to be outside. So I aged backwards. Then I started partying. Then I started, I was stuck on their father forever. Just baby daddy crazy forever. 14 years. The next one, 8 years. Then just got out of a marriage, 8 years. All of the time with those individuals, my entire life was occupied. Being loyal, being faithful, being in a relationship. Wasn't looking at nobody else outside of them. I knew what I wanted to be. A wife and a mother. And that's what I was. If I stepped out with my man. We going out together. That's it. That's all. Every time you come out, he got to come. Yes, he do. And if it's a problem, I won't come out no more. And I'm still that person to this day. But now, since I've been doing the healing and staying single and staying celibate, I'm enjoying me. I'm learning me all over again. Like, man, I forgot you loved it to paint. I forgot you loved it to read. I forgot you loved it to make music every day, all day. I forgot who you were because I was so busy living in the shadow of these men and trying to please them. Making them feel like the world while they breadcrumbed me. I had a man, he was working 3 days. Here I am doing overtime, doubles, morning shift, evening shift, night shift. He bought my kids some felines and I snapped. Are you serious? I got up out of there. No, you won't. It's not even that. It's just he would go spend hundreds of dollars on something else. But when it came to my kids, he bought them the cheapest shoe he could see. And at that time, as a young mother, my kids couldn't wear nothing but Jordans or ones. Like, that's just how, y'all know how we was coming up. I'm still kind of like that, but now I'm more like, with my 3 young ones now, I don't go to the extent for that name brand stuff. Because my older ones taught me that they never cared. They would go put a hole in the Jordan the same day I just bought the Jordan. They don't care about that name. I care more about that name brand stuff than they actually care. They loved them light-up shoes. That's the ones they wanted, the ones that did something, the ones they could be excited to put on. Oh, I want the Spider-Mans, I want the Paw Patrols, I want the princesses, I want the Frozen, the ones that sing. I stopped caring what society think and start giving my kids what they enjoy and what they like, because the only thing that matters in this life is your opinion and what you like for you. I hope this helps somebody. Stand in y'all power. Let's stop letting people breadcrumb us. We got to stand in our power and know our worth. We are rulers. We are healers. We are teachers. We are gods. I love you guys, but God loves you more. See you guys back here again tomorrow.